Hello, fellow Apple fanboys, fangirls, and fan pals. Today I'm going to be showing my Apple ecosystem, as well as Apple products that I have and that I've accumulated over the years. I'll talk about products that I used to have but don't have any longer. So let's start. I'll start with the products I used to have, because that would be faster. So the first Apple device I ever had was a refurbished iPod 4th generation in black. Alright, post-editing Chloe here. That was a lie. The first Apple device I ever had was an iPod Nano, 5th generation. And that was when I was, very young. Then I had an iPod Touch in, 2012, 2013. So, just thought I'd let you know. No longer works. The battery's just kaputs on it. Second device I ever had was my first phone, when I was in 6th grade. Going into 7th was an lime green iPhone 5C. Then I moved on to an iPhone 5S. Then I moved on to, well, I have that still, so we'll get there. Hi, this is future Chloe coming in to say I forgot to tell you what other phones I had. I had the iPhone 7, and then I went from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 10, or the X, and then from that I went to the 11, the 11 Pro, and then from the 11 Pro I went to the 12 mini, and then I went to the 13 Pro Max, and that's where that journey ends for that. Now, my first iPad was an iPad mini. I don't remember what generation, but it was an iPad mini. Again, no longer works. The battery just kaputs on it. Then I went to an iPad 7th gen, and that's where that ends. iPods, as in classics and nanos. I had a nano, I had a 5th generation, and then that was it. So, fast forward today, after the iPhone 5S, I got this, which is an iPhone 7. I fucking love this phone, and I still love this phone. The only issue is the battery is just, I just went through it like crazy. I still use it sometimes as a backup phone. I was using it as an MP3 player for a while, because I was going to go on a trip, and there was going to be a part where there would be no internet, and I didn't want to download all my music onto my main phone. Still use it. I really want to replace the battery on it because I think it would be useful to have as a backup just in case my phone ever dies. Then we have, I collect these now, so these are part of the collection. A white iPod 4th gen. The reason I got this is just nostalgia factor, really. I miss when these were popular. I'm turning 22, so this was 2013 for me, and it was peak. I wish I could go back so bad. I only have one song on here. It's pretty new. I don't have anything on here. I just have it stock. Like I said, I just like to collect. But I have Good Time by Owl City on here. So, can you hear this? I gotta talk for you to hear it. Up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Yeah. Good times. Literally. Then we have Nano. I believe this is it's a 4th gen. Well, at least that's what the listing says. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, pretty good condition. The 8 gig. I have a bunch of Beatles songs on here. Turns on, works great. Battery's not expanding or anything. It's awesome. Most recent collection, custom iPod 6th gen that I got from EOE. I like it. The only thing is, I don't know, you guys can't see it, but there, I guess when he was changing the screen or something with the screen, there's a piece of dirt in there that I can't get out. And the screen scratches really easily, which is not something I experienced on my 6th gen, OG 6th gen that I had. Which I recently gave to a friend, so that's why I don't have it. That's my only complaint with that. Other than that, 80 gigs. Oops, sorry, the back's super dirty with my sweaty hands. But yeah, 80 gigs, 6th gen. Pretty cool stuff. So let's start with the smaller stuff, I guess, because it's not, well, I guess it's part of the ecosystem. Sure, why not? It's the only thing I have that's like small, but still very costly. This is my Apple MagSafe wallet. I bring it with me everywhere. I usually have whatever card I'm gonna be using, and my ID just goes on the back, and you're good to go. Next, probably the second most expensive thing. This wasn't mine originally, this was my dad's, but he didn't use it anymore or find a need for it, so he gave it to me, which is the Apple Watch Ultra. I used to use it a lot when I was working out, but then I got in a slump and I stopped working out, so I had a Series 7, but I gave it to a friend for Christmas. Not as like a gift. I just said, here, you can have it, so. Next up, we have AirPods. Now, this is a case that obviously is not Apple. And foam ear tips. I wear foam ear tips because they hurt my ears less for some reason. Silicone really makes my inner ear itchy. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, foam ear tips, game changer, lifesaver. So these are the AirPods Pro 2. I had the AirPods Pro once, sold those to get these. So next step for audio are these. These are the AirPod Maxes. Ooh, hi, Leche. She's just gonna ponder. The AirPod Maxes, really fucking good headphone. Holy shit, with EQ settings on Spotify, dude. These are like, I don't have a single headphone that picks up, besides like maybe the Pros. And I know the audiophiles out there are gonna be like, oh, well, you don't know hi-fi listening and all the with the DAC and blah, blah. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Not everybody wants to have that bullshit, okay? These are awesome. $500, yeah, but if you get them on a fucking payment plan, holy shit, get them. They're so good. Get them if you have Apple, though. If you have anything, it's not worth it. But like, the fact I can open them, put them on, and it automatically syncs up to my devices is so great. The sound quality is great, especially if you EQ the settings. A lot of people say, well, they don't have enough bass. Well, I'm not into bass. I'm more into mids and highs and like treble. So bass isn't really my thing. These are great. And I think they have a good amount of bass. That's my opinion on them. I had the silver ones. I sold them to my friend and I bought the black pair. So yeah. Next up on the list is my iPad. This is an iPad Air 4th generation, as well as the Apple Pencil. I got this for school in 2022 and it worked great. I had a Magic Keyboard, but I found no use for it anymore because I got a laptop, and so I sold it. Is it worth it to buy an iPad and the keyboard? I'd say no, because you can buy a MacBook for that, or at least close to a MacBook. If you fucking save like $300 extra, you can have a MacBook, and it's just way more worth it to have a MacBook than just an iPad with a keyboard. That's my two cents. That's my take in it. I use the iPad a lot. I used it as a second monitor for a while, just to have Spotify, Discord open on the side when I was rocking a single monitor. But then I was like, because I had to, and then I rocked a single, and then I started using the iPad, and I'm like, well, I need a second monitor then if I'm using the iPad, so I just put my second monitor back up. But now I use it for YouTube. I use it to call on Discord when I'm in like talking to a friend and I'm not on my PC. Take it on trips. It's basically just to consume content. That's what my iPad's for. But I do draw on it sometimes, and that's fun. So next we move on to my phone. The latest phone that I have. This is my iPhone 14 Pro. I usually upgrade every year because I go through the battery so fast. But I felt like the 15 was just fucking dookie cakes, so I didn't get it. Nor do I feel like it. I feel like I'm not gonna upgrade until either this phone really goes through the ringer or Apple does something absolutely revolutionary, because it's just not worth it to pay that much money for the same phone every year. Yeah, this is at 93, and this is with just barely a year use. What it'll be next year, I have no idea. But I love this phone, absolutely. The camera's great. I love the size. It's perfect for me. The Max was just way too big. Do I prefer the size of the Mini? Yes. The reason I gave away the Mini was because the battery life was cheeks. I prefer the size of the Mini. RIP the Mini, for real. If it just had better battery life, I would have probably still had it. Now, the newest edition, and I'm so beyond grateful and happy and just overwhelmed by both having it and the experience of using it, is my newest edition, my MacBook Pro 14-inch. Oops, you can see my whole fucking setup. My MacBook Pro 14-inch, 18 gigs of RAM, 500 whatever SSD. Guys, holy crap. I was making music on my iPad, and that shit was a struggle. Only because I had to hook it up to my desktop, and it was just a wild ride with the iPad. But with this Mac, Logic is so much faster and easier and more enjoyable to use. Editing videos is like easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have not had a single stutter with this MacBook at all. I hope to do a more in-depth review once I've had it for a little longer. But I've had it for about 4 or 5 days now, and I have absolutely no complaints. The only complaint I had is that the keys would kind of like get this coating from your fingers, but I put a silicone cover and it like doesn't matter. It's non-existent to me right now anymore. Absolutely phenomenal laptop. The moment Apple gets into gaming, if they ever get into gaming, Windows is toast, bro. I'm sorry. And this is coming from a heavy Windows user. I mean, I have a PC that I've put parts and money into. I've had no problems on Mac OS. I have, honest to God, more problems on my PC daily that I can count on both hands than Mac. Mac, I can't even put one finger up. Like, I haven't had any problems. And granted, it's been like 4 days, but I've put it through like making music, editing, web browsing, multiple tabs open, and it just doesn't stutter, and everything opens like ridiculously fast. It's the greatest investment ever. This is a laptop that will last a long time, and that's more than I can say about Windows, because Windows gets so fucking laggy even when it's brand new. And it's just, once you go to Mac, like if you're a Windows fanboy, fangirl, fan person, and you go to Mac, I don't know. It's just an experience. It's an experience. It really makes you go, And I've used Mac before. My cousin had a MacBook or has a MacBook Pro, and I used it a lot because I would edit videos on there. And I didn't really care for it. I didn't really care for it at all. But having your MacBook as your own and using it as your own and having your things on there, dude, unbeatable. Unbeatable. The ecosystem from the MacBook to the iPad to the iPhone to the AirPod Maxes to AirPod Pros, it's just boom, 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 and there's no waiting, and it's just fucking fantastic. It's just so good. Yeah, I don't really have any accessories. The only accessory I have really is like the little dongle for my iPhone, and then this thing that hooks up to my Mac because it has a bunch of ports. But This already comes with the Mac. This already comes with the Mac. These, I just use it for the USB ports because I have to connect my mic. This is helpful, I guess, because it has the micro SD slot, so that's useful. Yeah, that's basically my ecosystem and all the Apple products that I've ever had. Trying to think if I've missed anything, but I don't think I have. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.